Once you get a meter and see how many amps you put it through that. You know where they are? One in the shop.
Oh, there it is. There it goes. Oh!
Yeah.
This is going to be the whole system. The electricity for our electrolysis is going to be coming from solar panels. Any excess energy that we're not using from these solar panels is going to be coming down, negative into this side, positive over to here, into this electrolysis tank, which is going to be filled with water. The positive electrode is going to be sectioned off with this piece of pipe as we showed earlier, and that's going to be filled with hydrogen gas. And the negative electrode is going to be sectioned off with this pipe. They're going to be sticking out at the bottom a little bit so that electricity can pass, because you need to have the electric current pass between them, because that's what actually breaks down the water into the two separate gases. So once you break that down, the oxygen is going to come out here, and we're just going to put it back into the atmosphere, because if we need it later, we can just get it right back from the atmosphere. The atmosphere is 20% oxygen. The hydrogen, on the other hand, is going to come out over here and slowly start to fill this tank. Now, to eventually be able to get this gas out of the tank, it's going to have to be under a little bit more pressure than atmospheric pressure. So to do that, we're going to have this whole system filled with water, and as the gas starts to be created down here, it's going to slowly displace the water out, down. The gas is slowly going to start to fill up this tank, and the water is going to be displaced up here into this tank, and this tank is going to hold from the height of this, is going to determine the pressure that this gas is under, and we just needed to get the gas out of here, so it doesn't have to be that high above, it's going to be right above it. But once it's under pressure, then we're going to have two valves, one to let the H2 in, hydrogen gas, and then another to put it out to our loads, which could include running a stove off hydrogen gas or simply running it back through a fuel cell. Okay, so the next step is to get the end of the tubes to be completely flat so that we can have a really, really good seal, because that's going to be crucial in keeping the gases separate, is in the bottom of having this completely flat with that.
Alright, so we need to sand this flat, perpendicular, so that it's sealed up against that PVC cap.
No, we did the same technique,
and
give me a wider wood.
This is how it's done.
Okay, so now that we know where it is, we'll go on the other side.
What is this?
Electrolyzer.
Electrolyzer?
Do you want to start?
You just go on the bottom. Yeah. This ends up being up here, but this way. Kind of like that if you want to use your imagination.
I've never seen one around this one.
And then there's another one that just goes on this side. This electrode is going to produce oxygen, and it needs to not mix with the hydrogen. The hydrogen is supposed to go up this black funnel and on out the electrolyzer. This needs to not mix. Cannot have any oxygen mixed with the hydrogen. So the easiest way to do that is put a physical barrier, this black cone. Put a physical barrier in here and make sure that the oxygen electrode, just make sure it's physically above the opening for the hydrogen. And when you do that though, you have to maintain line of sight with the hydrogen electrode. So just through basic geometry, we're going to figure out how to maintain line of sight.
Alright, so this is the old one. It's kind of shitty. Look at all the parts, all rotten down there. Yeah, in this corner. piece of shit. So, we made a new one out of brand spanking nothing. Actually all recycled. We scavenged these. This is all scrap. But it's way sturdier and it's not rotting, so it's good.
This is our electrolyzer. This represents the excess electricity that comes from the wind and solar panels. You have the electrolyzer right here, and the gas storage right here, and the water storage right here. Now, the positive end of the electrical current is going to come into the positive electrode here, which hydrogen will be coming off of and going up the little PVC pipe inside here and filtering up through here, and that eventually goes here, and this will be, at first it will be filled with 55 gallons of water, and as the hydrogen bubbles out and goes into here, that water will be displaced, come out of the bottom of here and up here, and so that all of the water up here will kind of keep this under a certain amount of pressure so that we can kind of pull it out of this end, a gas range or a gas water heater or any...
A blast furnace.